Hello, today I am going to show you how to extend a dreadlock from this length to these lengths. Now, what you need is the end of your dread to be undreaded, okay? So you need a tail, okay? You need it to be at least an inch, okay, if not longer. So if you are deciding to extend your dreads and you're like, oh, they're blunted, for example, like that, you will need to comb the end out, okay? Now, one thing I will suggest you use for combing the end out is go to a charity or a thrift shop, or depending on whatever they're called in your area, and ask if they have any sock needles or double pointed knitting needles. That they look like this. Well, they're normally straight, but okay. You want something that's about 2mm wide. This is 2.25mm because I knit socks, and these are great for helping to pull out the little knots and, you know, loosen it a little. It doesn't matter if they bend because they tend to come in packs of 4 or 5, you know. But get in there and unpick some of the hair, and you know, you want a good couple of inches, okay? So once you have it, you want to...
Hello, YouTube!
That's my son. Go on, off you go. Go and watch your film. Go on. You also need your extension. Now,
what can I have for pudding?
This is what you've had pudding. Go on, please. I'm doing a video.
I haven't had pudding.
Go on, please. I'm doing a video. You should have waited till later to film this. This is one that I've used before, so the end is already rough. If you have purchased a dreadlock extension to add in yourself, you'll find that it'll have a bunch of neat straight hair at the end. That's fine. All you need to do with that is get the loose hair between your hands and rough it up, you know, rub it a little bit, get it knotty and get it rough feeling, because you'll find it actually feels quite smooth, because hair that essentially has usually been treated, okay, with conditioners and oils to basically keep it in good nick. So rough it up, get it, you know, a little bit, whatever. If it's long enough for you to get hold of, get a metal tooth flea comb, as in pet flea comb, yeah? This is probably one of the best things you can get hold of. Now, your hair will look like this on your extension, and what you want to do is you want to rough it up a little bit, get it a little bit knotty, get it a little bit rough feeling, you know, back comb it a little bit, get it feeling, you know, like proper hair, not something smooth and lovely from a salon. Excuse me, I'm recovering from flu. Then what you need is a crochet hook. Now, I would recommend something no smaller than 0.5 and no bigger than, say, 1mm. So I prefer 0.75. Okay, some people prefer 0.6, some people prefer 0.5. Smaller the number, the smaller the hook on top. Okay. You can pick up a wide range of hooks on Amazon. You can probably pick these up in charity shops as well. Then what you're going to do is you're going to put the solid part of your extension to the solid part of your hair, so that they butt against each other like that. So if you imagine that my fingers are the solid part of the dread and my nails are the loose hair, you're going to come together like that, so that the loose hair overlaps each other. Okay, so feel where it is with your thumb and then put them end to end like this. Now you're going to use your crochet hook to pull all this loose hair inside the dreadlocked part. Okay, so first what we're going to do is we are going to pull the loose hair from my head, so from this dreadlock, that's this loose hair here, into the locked up part of the extension. Okay, I'll show you again. Look, there's the extension, there's my hair there. Okay, and I'm going to put the two ends together in a straight line All right, that's the loose hair from my head, and this is the extension. Now, an easy way so that you know which way your hook is facing, you can just see the little hook part there. If you have the hook on the same side as your thumb, okay, so my hook is facing that way and my thumb is on that side, then it doesn't matter which way you turn it, it is always on that side. Now, if you prefer to hold your hook like this, again, do the same thing. The hook is facing up, my thumb is on the top, okay? Whichever way you prefer to hold it, that's the best way. And then you won't forget where you are, okay? Now what you're going to do is you're going to go inside this dreadlock. You're going to snag some hair. Now watch the movement of this hand while I do it. And you're going to pull the hair through. So go through the dreadlock, grab it, and scoop the hair through. And you are pulling it all the way through if you can. If you can't, that's fine too. That doesn't matter. Okay. Don't all pull it in one place either, because you've got all of this length of hair that needs to go inside. Okay, that is the extension bit up there. So you want all of this to be dreaded in here. So move up and down the lock. If you find it easier, twist to pull the hair through. You might even find a latch hook is, you know, your preference. You don't have to pull it all the way through, but if you can get some of them to come through, that would be, you know, a lot easier. You can see that's the hair from my extension because it's slightly whited out. I've gone grey over the years, but I dye my hair. And I dyed this with extensions in place. So when the extension came out, you had all this lovely light hair. Now, don't forget where you're going as well. Wrap it around. I apologise for the child noises in the background. Wrap it around and pull it through. Now, there you can see the hook, okay? There's the hook behind my finger. Okay, there's some loose hair there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to snag it and pull it inside. I will go up and you can hear it, yeah? You do not want to be breaking hair if you can get away with not doing that, okay? Use a mirror as well when you're doing it. I tend to pinch like this. Pardon me. I tend to pinch like this, and you will find when you do a lot, your thumb is going to hurt because you are scratching the hook against your thumb. Okay, and then maybe, you know, you may end up bleeding a few times and you may end up hurting yourself. It is something you learn. That is why I now twist. So I go in with the hook facing this thumb and this thumb. So the hook is facing all thumbs. I go in and I snag, but as I snag, I twist it so that when I pull it back out, the hook is facing my face or it's facing down. It's not actually facing my thumb, and I do a lot less damage that way. Now you can see some of these hairs I have pulled through. So I will twist the lock and I will wrap it around, not down, but around, okay? Because that around will also give it more stability, and they pull through a lot easier when you wrap them around. Okay. Now, once you have done all of one side, okay, so I go in, I snag and I pull out. I go in, I snag and I pull out. If I need to turn because it's closer to my finger or my thumb, I will do that. Now, all of the hair from my head is now dreaded here. Can you see? This is the extension sticking up here. It's gone through the tunnel that my hair has created. Now, it's probably a little bit too high because there's quite a solid bit there. But there's also quite a lot of loose hair here. So I'm not majorly worried about that. We'll fix that in a minute. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this hair that is off the top of this extension. And instead of just doing it the same way up there, I'm actually going to wrap this. Okay. So I'm going to go round like that and wrap it all the way around like that onto itself. And then I'm going to go in with my hook, and while I'm doing this, I'm squeezing the two dreads together, and I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to pull hair through at all different angles. Give it a good scoop while you're doing it. Okay, and you can pull the hair through to where you need it to be. Now sometimes you'll do this and you'll think that nothing's happening. I'm doing this and nothing's happening. You'll give it a tug and it'll all come apart. Slow down, start again. Okay, get it until you've got some of the hair going through. Okay, and then when you've got some of it joined, you can put your hook down and palm roll. And when you do palm rolling, really push this part of your hands together, and it will make it knobbly as you do it. You don't want smooth like that. You want it knobbly, because that knobbly is going to make your dread a lot flatter. So really, you know, really give it a good amount of wallop. Okay, that's the join. Do you know how I know? Because there's that thin bit of hair there. Now don't think, well, just because I've palm rolled it and it looks good, that's it. It's not, because as it relaxes after your palm roll, it is going to loosen up again. So get your hook in there and work down through that join, just to make sure that nothing is moving. Go all around and really give it, you know, a good stitching. Now, something else you can do to help lock it all into place is give it a framework. So if you've got some loose hair like this, yeah, what you want to do is hold that down, not tight, and you're going to draw your hook across that and go around the dreadlock, go through the other side, and then grab that hair again. Okay, and you're going to keep doing that, and what that will do is build a nice framework. This takes a lot of practice. This is something that I can only just do, but can you see it creates this tightness, and you can do that all the way down. Now when you've finished this, you should have a join that is not that noticeable. If you think, well, it's got a bend, I'm sorry about the space noises in the background. That's my 7-year-old. He's going to go and jump in the bath in a minute for school tomorrow. You should have a join that isn't that noticeable. If it is, get your hook in there and tighten it up, you know. It should feel nice and tight like the rest of your hair. And then when you are done, you should have, I'm pulling that. Okay, you should have a nice fixed join. That should stand up to being washed. That should stand up to pretty much anything you want to throw at it. Every day, check it. If it's a bit loose, just run your hook in there again. Just tighten it up in a few places, because it will loosen as it relaxes, as your hair relaxes. When you get in bed, when you wash it especially, it will relax. Okay? And then just give it a bit of love, and Bob's your uncle. Where's the join? You wouldn't know if that was all one colour, would you? The only reason you know is because of the colour of it. Because I have coloured dreads. Can you see the join on all of these? Every single one of these has an extension on. And they're all, see the extension there? It's there.
Hello.
All right. So once you...
Small child here.
Yeah, small child there. Once you get the hang of this, you will be able to attach your extensions yourself. Once you've gained the knowledge, as it were, on how to use your crochet hook without ripping your thumb to shreds, you know, I mean, I've got a couple of small little, I don't know if you can see that. You see that little bit of skin there, but then I spent yesterday maintaining my hair. So yeah, once you've figured out how to use your crochet hook without ripping yourself to shreds, you can then move on to how to maintain your hair so that you don't have loads of fluff, so that you don't have this big halo worth of hair around your head. I hope you found that helpful. I hope that answers any questions you have. If it doesn't and there are more that you want me to touch on, please do leave comments down below, and yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, have a fantastic day no matter what it is that you're doing, and I shall see you next time. Take it easy, guys.